If you have pain in your jaw, or clicking or difficulty opening your jaw, or perhaps difficulty eating because of your jaw pain, then this video is for you. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Ken, your sports chiropractor and certified athletic trainer. And today, stay tuned all the way to the end because I'm giving you 3 actionable steps at the very end of the video so that you can relieve your pain even faster. Today, we're going to be going over how to get rid of your TMJ pain, which will be this joint right at this jaw. Now, the medical term is actually called temporal mandibular disorder. So it's a TMD, but we're gonna reference this as a TMJ, which is temporal mandibular joint. So TMJ pain. So the most important question before we move forward is, why do we actually get TMJ pain? Now, the TMJ is very complex, and so there's many reasons on why one might experience TMJ pain. However, one of the main reasons is due to muscle, joint, and nerves. So if we can control the muscle tone, the joint movement, and the nerve innervation, then we have a high chance of getting rid of your TMJ pain. If we were to look at this picture, you're gonna notice there's a disc within the joints on the right-hand side, that little articular disc. Now that disc has to glide nice and smooth forward and back for that jaw joint to move properly. And you can also see that there's gonna be 3 muscles, the temporalis, which is behind our eyes, the masseter, which is on the jaw, and then the one that connects directly on the TMJ is our pterygoid muscles. Now in this video, I'm gonna show you how to massage these areas out so that that disc can glide properly, and therefore you can open and close your jaw with little to no pain, and you can have a better night's sleep. The TMJ is a very complex joint. It includes discs, muscle, joint, and even nerves. Now, when you think about that, that's actually very, very similar to your lumbar spine, your mid-back, your neck. It all has a disc, a joint, muscles, and nerves, all working complexly. And therefore, when these aren't working together, then you experience symptoms like pain while you open your jaw, maybe clicking or shifting of your jaw when you try to open, or even clamping down to chew. Maybe you can't open wide for a sandwich, or when you bite down, there's a big pop that causes sharp pain in your TMJ joint. Or maybe you just can't have a good night's sleep because when you rest, it starts to throb and therefore waking you up at night. So like I showed you earlier in that picture, we're going to be working on 3 major muscles of our jaw, learning how to massage it out, learning how to effectively move our jaw back where it should be, and therefore getting you out of pain. The first muscle that we're going to be working on is called the masseter. It's one of the main muscles that clamps down or clenches. So if you're a clencher when you're stressed, then this might be one of the pain producing causes of your TMJ pain. No matter which muscle we work on, we're going to do it in 3 steps. The first is to simply just press and hold. The second is going to be pressing and going in a circular motion. And finally, the most important, the third, is going to be pressing and moving the joint while we press. So if I were to show you on this model right here, the masseter, there's about 3 spots that we want to hit. The first is going to be the lower jaw angle. The second is going to be right in the middle. And the last is going to be the closest to your jaw joint. Now, you can simply do this by going right here, get to the angle of our jaw, and we're just going to press pretty firmly. But again, remember, the first step is just to hold and wait. So when we do this, I feel a little bit of tenderness on my right side. Now we can just hold and wait for that pain to decrease by 50%. Now this is subjective, 0 to 10, you're gonna rate it. Let's say for us, it's a 5 out of 10. We're gonna hold that with the same pressure and just let it do its thing. And we're just gonna wait until that 5 turns into a 2.5 out of 10. So 50% less than when you first press into it. After that, we're gonna work our way up to the middle. Now you're gonna feel a little bit of squishiness, and then we're gonna firmly press and hold again. Again, rate it 0 to 10, wait for it to drop 50%. That pain should decrease within 60 seconds, and you'll notice a drastic difference. The final spot that you're gonna hit, maybe it's easier angle-wise if you use your thumb and go right at the base of that jaw. You can kind of open your jaw like this and feel where that ball is and go right under it. Now when we do that, again, we're just gonna hold and do the same thing. It's a trigger point therapy. We're gonna wait for that pain to reduce by 50% from that initial pressure. Now that pain should decrease drastically within 60 seconds. Now once that pain reduces 50%, you can go back to the beginning. First, you're gonna go 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Now this is only one muscle, this is the masseter. And then you're gonna repeat that a total of 3 times. Again, all you have to do is hold and wait. Now the second thing after the hold and wait is going to be the circular motion. Now that one, we're just gonna go here, and then we're just gonna slowly massage, and you'll feel a lot of chunky muscle. And it might be a little bit tender, but do only what you can handle. If the pain is too much, stop, go back to the press and hold. So once you graduate from press and hold, you're gonna go in a circular motion. You're gonna go circle 15 times in one direction and circle back 15 times in the other direction. Again, that's the lower angle jaw. We're gonna go smack dab in the middle. We're gonna go forward 15 and then back 15. And then at the very top, I like to use my thumbs. It's just easier for me, better angle. Again, find that ball right where that joint is and go right underneath. And then go ahead and 15 circles forward, 15 circles back, and you finish. Now that one, you only have to do it once. Right after that, we're gonna do the most important, which is the third step. The third step is press and open, move our jaw joint. So what we're gonna do is this one, I like to kind of go under. That way it doesn't get in the way of my jaw. We're gonna press at that lower angle of our jaw right here. And now we're gonna open slowly and down. And it's gonna be a lot more difficult than the circle, a lot more difficult than the press and hold. So only do this once you can graduate those first 2 steps. Again, we're gonna hold and open and close. We're gonna do this 5 times. Then we're gonna go to the middle, press, right smack dab in the middle, and open 5 times. Last one, you're gonna find that ball joint, go right under, hold, and open. Now when you're doing this, you're gonna do that 5 times. You're assessing which point is the most tender. Whichever point, either left or right or both, or bottom, middle, or high up, whichever one is the most tender, focus on that region to what you can handle. If at any point there's an increase in pain or you can't move it or there's discomfort, just stop and rewind, go back to step 1 and step 2. Once you graduate all that, move on to the most important, which is step 3. Now that was just for one muscle, which is a masseter. We just hit the bottom, middle, top. Now you're gonna do the temporalis, which is this one right here. This one you can easily find by just placing this hand right above your ears, behind your eyes. And once you clench down with your teeth, that muscle will pop out. So while you're feeling, you don't have to press, you're just gonna clench, and then you feel that muscle pop out. That's where you wanna be. Step 1 is a hold and wait. Remember, it's trigger point therapy, so if it's a 5 out of 10 for you, wait for it to drop to a 2.5. If it's a 2, just wait for it to drop to a 1. We just want that pain, initial pain, to reduce by 50%. Then we're gonna go in circular motions, 15 times and then 15 times behind. And then when we move on to the 3rd and most important, we're gonna press and hold and open 5 times. And we're going to do that. You can find different angles or different areas, maybe on the top 2. You can definitely feel some tension there. So a lot of times the headaches that we get right around our eyes or on the temples can actually be coming from the clenching that we do from the temporalis muscle. So by releasing this, not only are you helping your jaw, but you're actually helping your headaches as well. Now we just released these major muscles, which is the masseter and the temporalis. Now when we look underneath, this is the silent killer called the pterygoid muscles. This one actually directly attaches to that jaw joint. That is the muscle that is being used when you shift your jaw side to side. It's from the pterygoid muscle. Now this is a silent killer. If you're a grinder when you sleep, then you're doing a lot of this, right? That's a lot of the pterygoid muscle. Now the pterygoid muscle, to release it is a little bit more difficult. I'm sure there's other videos on how to do that. It's from the inside of your mouth and a very tender spot. I'd recommend a professional to do that for you, but you can release this by using a little bit of a joint mobilization that is safe. Now, when we do this, what we're gonna do is remember that ball joint that was kind of sticking out. We want to feel that and then move our jaw side to side. And then you might feel that one side, the left or right, is restricted or not moving that well. So when we open, you might notice that one side shifts and the other side stays. So our jaw kind of juts out like that. If there's less shifting, then that's a good thing. If you press on the other side and it pops, or if there's more shifting, that is a side that you do not want to press, because that is a side that it's actually shifting into. You don't want to help it to shift, you want to push it back. So whichever side for you has less popping or less shifting while you gently press and open, you can actually self-mobilize your jaw joint. And that's how you take care of the pterygoid muscles from the outside, especially when you can't go in your mouth to release that muscle. You can just gently press, maybe with about 10 to 20% of your force, and open and close just 5 times. That's it. You can go back to releasing the muscle of the masseter, temporalis, do a little bit of jaw range of motion with a slight pressure on either side that has less shifting or less popping. Now remember, that's important because you don't want to feed into the problem. You want to address the problem. So by doing that, you can actually get rid of some clicking, popping, the muscle pain, the headaches. That is how you fix your TMJ pain. Before we end the video, I promise you 3 simple steps that you can take action on today to reduce your TMJ pain now and for the future. The first is to not sleep on your stomach. When we sleep on our stomach, our face has to rotate to the right or to the left, and that puts excessive pressure on the jaw joint, and that will start to distract or even cause unnecessary compression to our jaw joint, causing you the pain. So if you are a stomach sleeper, try to sleep at least facing up, the worst on your side. Even the side can give you some pressure, but the most pressure is when you sleep on your stomach, because your neck has to rotate to compensate you from sleeping on your stomach. The second tip is going to be doing the massage in the shower. Now, when you're in the shower and you can do a set of reps of massaging the masseter and temporalis, you're going to notice that it's going to be more effective because your body is warmer, there's steam going, your muscle and the blood flow is going. So it's easier to actually treat in that scenario than if you were to just be lying in bed and doing it. So if you are taking a shower tonight, go ahead and do the massage of this video in the shower. The third tip is to do chin tuck exercise. Now, why does a chin tuck exercise help my jaw joint? It's because the more our head sticks forward or juts forward, similar to our neck jutting forward like that, it changes the angle of our jaw joint, causing more excessive muscular tension on certain muscles. And therefore, by doing the chin tuck exercises to bring our chin back, then you can strengthen those weaker muscles and loosen these tighter muscles that are experiencing more stress, causing you that TMJ pain. So do that chin tuck exercise. We have a video up here for you on how to do the chin tuck exercises. If you have headaches as well, that is the perfect scenario and actually will help your headaches as well. Those are the 3 tips that I promised you at the end of the video. If you're willing, please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so that when we make another video to help you guys, you are instantly notified. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.